want to welcome everybody again. It's Tuesday, the 30th of October. Thanks, David. Appreciate that. And we're about, 30 seconds to the open? 20 seconds to the open. I don't follow Genworth nearly as much as I used to. Go away. When you think I'd answer during political season and name unavailable, and there's the bell. And we're off and running. Give it a little bit of time. The Dow looks like a possible long over 427-ish. It's pulling back though. Still doesn't look so bad there though. Dow's doing a little bit of a intraday J hook here.
Order filled.
Okay.
Target filled. Order filled.
All right. I'm in and out. I scalped a little bit on the Dow Zarewski. Probably could have held in just a little bit longer, but I just said, you know what, I'm going to take it. All right, we did get a long signal in the S&P here. Watch for the breakout above 63 there. We're battling 440 on the Dow. Double top possibly there, at least temporarily, in the S&P. Under Armour is running. Let's leave this here. Don't know that I could be doing anything with Under Armour here at the moment. Yeah, this 2118, 2250. Need to try to get some sort of intraday movement. Under Armour, we probably want a 2 or 3 minute high. I've got it on a 5 right here, but I've got it on a 3 minute. Looking a little bit toppy on the stochastics RSI, so I'm going to give it a little bit here. Hopefully it pulls back a fraction or pauses. Gives us an entry. Here's a pullback coming. Dow 24,463 is pretty significant resistance. Is where we pulled back. Under Armour. Under Armour's pulling back pretty hard now. If it gets at 22.71, I could go long there. But I'm not going to go long anything below that at the moment. Under Armour is battling the 22.50 level. And we're long at 22.60. 400 shares. It's 22.50, and Under Armour's got to be a key level. If I go look at the daily charts, this 22.50 is a kind of a tough nut to crack, but we've got room to 24-ish, and I suspect it's got a lot of let's see about the short interest. I didn't look at that, did I? Let's look here. Oh yeah, 10.5%. Try to be patient. Okay, with the stop there around $1, I'm going to need to get at least $1 in it. The overall market's ES, just kind of flip-flop it around along with the Dow. I'll show you what I was looking at right here in Under Armour, this little area right in here. Volume point of control 2250. And we did have a high level spike up here to about 24. So that'll be probably target 1. We'll see what we get. I got 400 shares and it risking about $1 a piece. Yeah, I should be looking at Akamai, shouldn't I? Yeah, Akamai. Yeah, we're doing long couple of hundred of Akamai as well. Akamai looks like it probably wants 72 something, so we'll see how that goes. Let's go here, get off the daily. Let's go to today, 5 minutes. And let's look, we're looking at Under Armour here. Looking at Akamai there. Both of us trying to give me little fits here. All right. Thank you very much, Stalker. Akamai is just really, really, really wide high wave doji on the 5 minute opening. I got in a little bit on the aggressive side, but we're okay there. Oh, this one should not be there. I'm going to unlink. This should be AKM. Alright. And I am not getting any screamers here. Dow's rallying a little bit, and S&P rallied up to the primary pivot. Okay, let me fiddle around here with the well, while I'm on a 15-minute, I should be on a 5. There we go. Let's try relaunching. Okay, Under Armour's coming back to back to the upside, and Akamai is going. Okay, now I just had to restart. There is an issue with the live trader that I know about, that it's adding on. It keeps adding on stocks. It doesn't go to the list that I'm expecting. So, out 2/3 of your Under Armour. I'm gonna let mine ride. I'm looking for a breakout above 22.5. And Akamai, different story there. I only have 200 shares, so I'm gonna see if it can go higher than 71. Still a bit spready and whippy. That you can see how we've got a continuation pattern here in the trying to form on Under Armour, and this was a classic. Akamai did a wide range bar. It did a really high wave doji at the open, and then really a continuation move. But it's got to get over 71, and we've got to got 22.75 in Under Armour as well. S&P pushing higher but having trouble, is getting a little tired right now. Well, you probably did the right thing there, Miss Stalker. Mine looks like it wants to roll over. Under Armour not that bad. I gotta give it a little bit of room here in Akamai. We're running into our first little bit of selling here, and Notice how the stochastics RSI is pulling back, but price is kind of trying to hold in Under Armour. We're now in chop mode in both the S&P and Dow. Whoa, there's some Akamai selling coming. All right, well done, Ms. Stalker. I should have been a little bit more nimble like you were. Ah, yes, have to factor that in. All right, watch for Dow breaking below 489. Kaboom. I think Under Armour is trying to set up for either a move, either up or down, but it's consolidating here on the 5-minute. S&P lower, and then come right back, bounce off the primary pivot. No trades in either of those. Let's see how the VIX is down. VXX is down quite a bit. Let's see what the Qs are doing here. Qs are in a little bit of a rally mode. An aggressive trader could possibly trade some TZA. Right up at resistance for the Qs. Now, the difference between Stalker's way of trading and mine, and I'm not to say that either one works, then they're just slightly different, I guess, variations of a theme. She has very, very short-term tight targets and does a great job at that. I tend to want to try to trade more of the trendy type of things and use a 3 or 5 minute trend and try to kind of get an intraday movement. And just got another sell signal at the Dow. Watch below 470. Yeah. Oh boy, it whipped right back up to the upside. But yeah, I mean, if you look at it, see, I'm trying to trade this trend that's up. So I'm not trying to trade 20 or 30 cents at a time. I don't have a very good track record doing that, and I get too nervous. So, but I just try to trade with the trend. I tend to do a little better. I have wider stops. I do have bigger losses then too. So hopefully they're offset by bigger winners. Well, I just got an alert. For what? Oh, it doesn't matter. In DAQ. Under Armour still trying to battle that 2250. The Stochastics RSI is building strength for the next move. Akamai still holding 69.75. That's the volume point of control on a 5-minute. Stochastics telling me it may want to pull back or go sideways. If we get a breakout, I might add to the long position. All right, we're starting to push higher a little bit in the overall markets, S&P and Dow. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to the NASDAQ, and I'm going to put that puppy on a 10-unit Orenco. So now we're looking at the NASDAQ and the Dow. Akamai's selling off pretty hard. I'm probably going to regret staying with that puppy, but you know, it happens. We haven't had the candle close. If it closes down here, I might have to. I might have to exit stage right. Now the decision is whether this is a pullback in an uptrend. That's what it appears to be, which is why I'm staying with it. If it closes below 69 to 68.75, I've got to probably exit. All right, I want to thank everybody for being here today. We're more than willing to have the people who are here visiting. If you like what you see, you know, consider giving us a trial. Let me get that link out there for you. Well, here we go. 30 days for $14. Can't beat it with a stick. A little bit of mini breakout in the Dow. And a pretty good sized breakout in the NASDAQ. I've got a little bit of a minor woofing going on in the background, and for those who are longtime members here, you know that that's Buddy giving his take and observations on the market. My oldest boxer. That could be, I don't know. Don't know if that's a long bark or a short bark. But it's really kind of non-committal. All right, and Under Armour, the Stochastics RSI says it's ready for the next move. The Stochastics RSI under Akamai is not as generous. Let's look at Clack. KLA 10 core, looking pretty decent. It hit 95 in the after hours, so watch Clack. Mr. Chegg didn't really get it. It's chugging right now. Amcor Technologies ran out of the box from about 630 to 692. Not a huge volume. There's KEM Kemet. I had that on my pre-market list and then blew it. It ran from it ran $1. Under Armour and Akamai are my two biggies that I was watching. The NASDAQ looks like it's a little long in the tooth here, but you know, I'll take the rallies, whichever way they occur. And we're getting another push in the Dow. Yes is strong. Yeah, David. Let's go. There's the cues. You know, we went up here and we were moving pretty hard. Oh, come on. 5 minute high, it says. Well, Mr. Akamai, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Yeah, I can definitely say that the S&P is strong. It's on a daily. Let's take it down to a 5 minute chart. And we had this weakness into the open, and we've gotten it all back. Let's take it at a 15 minute. So 1 day, 5 minute. There we go. This 2666, 2668. It's going to be a tough one to get over, guys. Put this over there. I'll come back to it. We're doing a doji right underneath that on the S&P. So watch for a pullback. I was like, did you trade that long, David? I've got 24,605 kind of as a, I don't know where that red line came from on the Dow, but we're trying to break out again. And now I'm starting to get a little push to Akamai. It did try my patience here down here at 69. I'm not getting a push in Under Armour, and I ought to be. NASDAQ, Dow. No, let me do this. Let me do the NASDAQ. 10. ES 3. All right, that'll satisfy our itch there, I'm sure. Akamai's looking okay. Under Armour not getting going yet. This 2250 is harder nut to crack than I bargained for. Looking at 7250 on Akamai as a possible area, and Under Armour, kind of hard to tell. We've gapped up so much, but this 2250 we could get 24 to 24 and a half. Back up at 7050 area. We've got to get over that 70-75 and break out in Akamai. Otherwise, it's used up all its energy to go nowhere. Gotcha. Yeah, jumpy. Mexican jumping beans out there. That's why when I took that one long in the Dow, I took the money and ran. Hit target one before I could even adjust my screen. All right, Nasdaq's giving a short here. It's aggressively short. It's not going to help my Akamai go higher unless we can flip it back to the upside. All right, I'm gonna put my microphone on mute for the moment because I don't think you want to hear me eating my porridge, my oatmeal. Be right back. Watching Akamai at 75. Stochastic RSI is curling up, giving me hope yet. Hope springs eternal. There's another short in the NAS. Under Armour, you're going the wrong way. I am asking Akamai to do an awful lot since it came from 62 at the close. It hit 70, so we're talking about 8.5. Have to be patient if I really want it to go much higher. ES is pulling back into the support range here. I'd be loath to short it, although we've got a potential continuation move there, and 71 to that's 4 below that would be 62 at the bottom of that if it follows it. The Dow is pretty much the same as the ES, but it has a sell signal. I like to say it's 2666, 2666. All right, we're going to break out here on Akamai. There's 80, 71 is going to be the kicker on that one. It would really help if the NASDAQ went higher for Akamai. Under squeegee, just still going sideways. Up at 71 in Akamai, I'm looking for the breakout above 71. Boom, 26. I took 100 off the table with Akamai. And I need to step aside. I hear Buddy barking. Hey! What the fuck are you barking at, buddy? Get in here. Buddy, come here. Toad. You guys can't send your own prosperity, huh? Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. What was you barking at? Can you tell me? Can you tell me what you were barking at, buddy? Come here. Come here, you asshole. Yeah, come here, asshole. Come on, Lilo and Stitch. Yeah. All right. Everybody sit down and be quiet. All right, sit down and be quiet. I'm glad I took a little off the table on that Akamai move. So NASDAQ's not rip roaring. I still have the final half. And Under Armour, I just have to be patient here, sitting slightly underwater. There we go with the push of the NASDAQ and maybe a little bit of the ES, but not nearly as much as NAS. Just trying to be patient here. At 26.66 is trying to hold in the ES. There comes 666 again. There's Akamai on a 3-minute. There goes NASDAQ to the downside. Big push. Oh, yeah. I wonder what the Akamai short interest is. It's only 5%. Unlikely to get a huge short cover rally anyway. Okay. Oh man. Sit there and stretch a little bit. We're pushing to 70, 75, 71 in Akamai, and we're kind of grinding against the market in Under Armour. Consolidating. Are we having fun yet out there, folks? I do apologize, but you know, I guess I could be looking at other things other than what I'm trading. Let's put our Akamai here on a 3-minute. All right, and then what I'll do is I'll go here to Jello. AMKR ran out of the box. INST we looked at. No, we didn't actually. I never heard of this puppy before. Nice run, couple $3. Should have been in that one. Probably, possibly. We've got Akamai there. We've got Chegg. I don't really like I don't see any pattern there. Vulcan Materials not looking good. Looks like I'm going to give it back. ARRY. Black Knight. I don't know who Black Knight is. XGen. Eagle Exploration. Sensata. Okay. Pretty decent run. Probably a little whippy. XGen. Some of these are ones I've never heard of before. I suspect it's because I opened up the floodgates for price and volume. And see, Quaijin was in the pre-market, just going nowhere. 10 o'clock. Did we get our 10 o'clock report? Yes. Did I follow it? No. Did we get a reaction at 10? Probably a little bit of a pullback in consumer confidence. I've seen the Dow pull back. Okay. What time frame are you looking at on a daily there, David? American Tower did a nice run there. Okay. Oh yeah, it's up. It's up at 10 o'clock. $10 area. It may get to 10 and a quarter before it pulls back though. It just looks like it has some juice to the upside. And if we look at the earnings for today, Under Armour, and this is kind of what I'm looking at. It's battling this 22, 23 area. Kim at this little out here around 20 and a half. Akamai kind of battling that, but I still think it gets 72.50. Burst of buying? Yeah, a little bit, but it's still kind of in the death cross congestion. Sanmina over 25 and a half. It looks like it's curling back up. Intrepid Potash. Intrepid over 375 may go to about 4. That's why I have trouble with these small ones. I'd have to buy half the company to make any substantial money. If people were swing trading, let me check to see who that is. Okay. Good morning, sir. The dogs are locked inside. You're good to go. You have a YouTube away. Hey guys, come here. Come on, Stitch. Buddy. All right. Want a rawhide? Come on. All right, I'll give you a rawhide. Whoops. Buddy. Yeah, you're stuck. We're stuck. Sit down. Thank you. Where's the little lady? There's the little lady. You're such a good doggy. You're such an asshole. Here you go, buddy. Take it. Now, something like Akamai or Under Armour, if you buy an option on them or whatever, maybe an at the money right now, that would be such a bad idea. Would you be playing a swing trade for the? You may want to wait for an intraday pullback on those. We'll see what McDonald's is doing. See Mickey D's in a rally mode here. Let's look at a 2-day 15. See, it did that little old J hook there. And what were we looking at? Trying to find it. Yeah, well, I'll go by symbol. Oh, that's why. Their symbol. Darlington. And I'll show you what I'm looking at here. See Dar breakout over 20. Gra was actually you're looking at a short. It's not following through yet. Hormel looks like a little mini breakout. I called that above this little doji there, but it was from a get a little bit of a push in Akamai. Clack. There's the downside of biotech. LGH didn't follow through. MDC. McCormick. We had Reggie. We had Save. We have Verizon. And we have Waddell and Reed. All right. Gotta get rid of the fit studies. All right. See there, my Akamai hit 71.50 and then pulled back. Now, Akamai hit my trailing stop. All right, let's see if we can look at a couple of stocks here. A little birdie whispered in my ear that I should look at Tupperware. I should look at Coke. Yeah, Coke doesn't look so bad on daily. It looks like a breakout. McDonald's, we're already on. But they're seeing that. Cool. And there's our Mickey D's. There's the Coca-Cola. Let's back it out. And that right there is the ultimate breakout of a 47-ish. It reported earnings today, and that's all it needed was to get over this 46.75 area here. And what's the other one? Tupperware. Tupperware is battling this gap down from the prior earnings report, and it looks like it really wants to get up to about 40.65. It's not going to be a home run. I dove out of Akamai. I took my 175 and moved. I still think it wants to go higher, especially with the stochastics RSI the way it's looking. And Under Armour It's got a lot of overhead resistance it's trying to get over. If we look at the weekly chart though, you really wanted to do that. Not a day trade, but 24 and a quarter or so. Okay. CMCSA, Viv, okay. Let's take a look at both of those. Thanks for pointing those out to me, David and Arch. You said VIV. Yeah, I've never made a lot of money on any Brazilian stocks. In fact, I've PBR is the one that I've just lost my shirt on. But no, it's a moment. And then CMCSA, Comcast. Yeah, it probably goes to 38. Doesn't have a lot of juice in it. And let's look at the rate. Arcos Dorados. These guys own a lot of McDonald's in South and Central America. They're a franchisee. Under Armour did a little bit of a pop, and then Akamai went back. We still have that 22.5 to get over on that. That puppy. Ouch. Dow's in chop. Ignored the signals that we get. NASDAQ going lower again. S&P. S&P looks really, really strange here. There's no wide open spaces here, though. Be careful. You don't get into wide open spaces until you get below 61. Now, below 661, you could get yourself in a heap of trouble, man. No. Let's look at it right there. Okay, I don't know who's calling me on that. This is Steve. May I help you? I'm fine, sir. I could probably save us all some time here if you'd remove me from your list. We've already, we actually had a repair on my mother's car, so we don't need another Toyota. Right. Yep. We love our Toyotas. All right. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Sorry about that. And let's get this cornflower blue, change it over to beach buff. Okay. And for those who aren't familiar, I'm looking at my swings. And what I'm doing here is that I'm now basically looking at, we're in a huge trading range from about 26.61 to 72. Hey Stalker, welcome back. No road rage out there? Not by you anyway. VXX. Look here. Well, my patience is finally paying off in Under Armour. It paid off with Akamai. I'm glad I took the money in Akamai. It's already pulled back quite a bit. Okay, we're now looking at the 10:30. This is about the time that I stop looking at 3 and 5 minute charts and start to look at, from a trend perspective, I want to see something on, say, a 15-minute basis. And let's look here. I want to see if I get any intraday J hooks or any, basically trend trading. You can do that on an intraday basis. Some people would argue with me, but they'd lose. Was it? You can argue with a rock, but you're not going to win. NASDAQ trying to rally above 67.71. Right over here. S&P doesn't look very good. Got an order and taken half my. Okay, I'm out half of Under Armour. Now looking for the breakout about 2250. And NASDAQ chopping around. Man, look at those. There's no real pattern there. Your VIX. VIX needs to get over 40 and a quarter. Under Armour is working out nicely here. And the VIX is going south as the markets rally a bit. NASDAQ's going south. Let's hit today on the 5. Wow, look at that sell-off in NASDAQ and the Dow and the S&P. All there's your VIX ought to be running now. Yep. Let's go here to a 3. Still needs to get over 40.20. $10.30. There's your VIX, the VXX, I mean, 40.20, 40.19. It doesn't look like it runs. Okay, 40.06. There we go, 40.20. Eat. Brinker International. Didn't look at it because we initially gapped lower, but it's pulled back up. LL, 15-minute period. Kind of hard to go long. Brinker here. It's doing a massive bullish engulf belt hold type pattern on the daily candle. We will probably want to keep an eye on that. I'm a few shekels underwater under Under Armour. Darlington. Darlington did its breakout over 20. Probably goes to 2040. It doesn't have enough juice in it. Look at our Hormel breakout. Nothing to write home about on the intradays. McCormick. Nope. Here's our Qs. QQQ. These were the levels we had established the other day. Let me duplicate this one. And let's establish that low. And we're going back, just kind of whipsawing around. Let's see what the IWM's doing. Anybody play TZA at all? Hi, Myra. Well, yeah, Stalker. That's like swimming against the tide. You're absolutely right. The salmon swimming upstream, and I have no problems with scalping. I just was saying that the reason I don't do it is I attempted to do it for a while and I wasn't very good at it. I tried making myself better. All I did was throw more money at it. So I tried to trade the trends. And they definitely don't work longs with you've got a weak market. So absolutely, you're right. But I try to trade a little less frenetically than I used to. Way to go there, Stalker. Well, I'm going to get to block another person from Washington, D.C. They don't know that both people in this household have already voted. And we don't give a darn about their political calls and agendas. TNA is probably do a bounce if you wanted to try to play a counter trend trade, but 54. Yeah, I get this spike high. Looks like it. Yeah, definitely wants to retest it though. Have we already kind of retested it when we get here? But yeah, they can always get a little higher than I thought. But yeah, if you get over 54, we could probably run into the 60s and 70s. Here comes the NASDAQ rally. Get those people short and run them out of town. Way to go, Stalker. You're not going to fight City Hall, huh? I'm watching the Dow over 580. Yep. Patience, my friend. Yep, absolutely. Here's that TNA rally.
Order filled. Stop filled.
You silly boy.
Order filled.
Looking for 600 in the Dow, along the Dow.
Order filled.
Okay. Looking at 1051. There's my 600. I just didn't get enough intestinal fortitude. Can I make that 606 target? I don't think so. The target doesn't know that we had a resistance level at 602. There goes NASDAQ's going south. A.O. Smith, huh? Don't like the daily at all. Dow's in chop. NASDAQ's been pushing lower, but S&P back in chop. Watch the NASDAQ below 714. It's curling up unless it gets right down there.
Order pending. Order filled. Order filled.
Yeah, scalp some of it because it made the target. Yeah, it's time to get out. Buy stop at 56. Oh, you're above there now. The old squid's heading back to 45 and a quarter. And a bouncy rally in the NASDAQ. It's gone back at a prior swing level. About 15. Looks like that 67.15 is getting busted. Rolling back over in the S&P and the Dow. We've got a potential double bottom of around 24,500 in the Dow. Nice round big number. They'll probably try to step up there. We've got 6,700 below us in the NASDAQ. Watch out for big round numbers. Rally, rally, rally. Under Armour's back up to 2250 area. Markets are very, very nervous and they're all over the place. McDonald's. Roller coaster out there. Up, 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 wee. Up, 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 wee. Sorry. Trying to keep my spirits up. Yep. Well, that's why the take the elevator shaft down and the stairs up. I'm showing my Dow momentum indicators are basically oscillating right around zero, meaning that we're probably just got the black boxes, the algos out there battling each other. We don't need to be. My opinion is that I don't need to be messing around with those guys. I'll only get swallowed up. Now NASDAQ over 3175 maybe. Chop, chop, chop. Now take it down to the downside around 67.10 or a little bit lower. And then take it back up to 67.25. Up and down we go. Where she stops, nobody knows. Downtown. La dee 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 dee.
Order filled.
That was silly.
Stop filled. Order filled. Order filled.
There we go in the rally. We were looking for our 11 o'clock rally. Now it is. Of course, I exited before it. The cues here. Let's see. Let's go here to an 8 Unorinco. There was a continuation pattern right there. That was where I sold. Looking at there was a kind of a gap here, a break above 67.21, and I was looking for 27, and I got a kind of an ungodly nasty fill there. Way to go, Vern. I'm still riding mine. Hoping for it to curl back up again. I may end up, well, now it has permission. This may turn into a swing trade for me. The markets are really ugly, though. I may not want to do that.
Order filled. Order filled.
Scalped a little more and got out a bit too early. We got the breakout. Only had one contract, so it's kind of tough to decide. For all these little, I think I got 5 trades and 120 bucks in futures. BKI. New high of the day. I tell you what, my quotes on Thinkorswim are very, very slow today. The charts won't draw. Now I'm up, starting to get a little bit of movement here in the Under Armour. I saw the hint of a big seller in UAA right there at 22.55. Could that be a fake? It says 127,000 shares. No, 12,700. Sorry. And now it's gone. A lot of times they play silly games and they put orders in there to try to fake people out. That's why I don't pay all that much attention to the ladder. Around around whole numbers and half numbers I'll do. But we're going to get another push here up in UAA, I bet. I've got an order in to sell 100 to take me down to only 100 shares that I'll swing. Probably swing it on a 30 or a 60-minute chart. All right, after that big hoo-ha push at 11, we've kind of settled in on the markets. NAS going lower, so's the Dow. Or BXX, yeah, I could see that. Getting a bounce at 67.30 maybe in the NAS. All right, here comes the push. I'm out, down to 100 shares, so I'll let her ride now in the UAA. All right, folks, I'm going to stop the recorder